Africa, the birthplace of humankind, a land of immense diversity, breathtaking landscapes, and civilizations that have profoundly shaped the world. Stretching from the vast sands of the Sahara in the north to the lush rainforests of Central Africa, from the savannas of East Africa to the deserts of the South, this continent has been home to millions of years of human history. Long before recorded history, Africa was already a theater of innovation and survival. Early humans learned to craft tools, harness fire, and navigate landscapes that would challenge and shape them. It is here, in Africa, that humanity first took its steps, first spoke, first dreamed, and first built communities that would one day grow into powerful civilizations. In this documentary, we explore the forgotten empires that shaped humanity before Europe ever rose, from ancient Egypt to Mali, Songhai to Great Zimbabwe, and from Ethiopia to modern African nations. Join us as we journey through the vast, compelling, and often untold history of Africa. Africa is humanity's cradle. Fossil evidence from Olduvai Gorge, Italy, and Ethiopia shows the earliest hominids and Homo sapiens. These ancestors developed tools, learned to hunt and gather, and laid the foundations of human society. Stone tools, cave paintings, and artifacts tell the story of survival and ingenuity. Social structures emerged as early humans formed small communities, learning cooperation and communication. From these early societies, migration began. Humans spread out of Africa, carrying knowledge, culture, and innovation to other continents. Prehistoric Africa was a land of experimentation and adaptation. From crafting spearheads and pottery to creating symbolic art, these early humans left a legacy that would resonate for millennia. The continent was alive with the beginnings of storytelling, ritual, and the first sparks of civilization. The Nile River gave rise to one of the world's most iconic civilizations, ancient Egypt. Kings, pharaohs, and architects constructed monumental pyramids and temples. Mathematics, astronomy, and medicine flourished, with innovations that would influence civilizations far beyond Africa. South of Egypt, the kingdom of Nubia thrived, its rulers trading with Egypt and building powerful armies. Further west, Carthage rose as a maritime power, dominating trade across the Mediterranean. Hannibal's elephants crossing the Alps remain a symbol of strategy and courage. In the Horn of Africa, the Kingdom of Axum became a hub of commerce and culture, embracing Christianity and minting coins that traveled across continents. From these civilizations emerged writing, trade networks, and artistic expression that laid the groundwork for Africa's enduring legacy. The medieval period saw the rise of powerful West African empires. Ghana, Mali, and Songhai controlled vast territories and trade networks that spanned deserts and rivers. Timbuktu became synonymous with knowledge, housing thousands of manuscripts on science, law, and religion. Mansa Musa, ruler of the Mali Empire, embarked on legendary journeys across Africa and the Middle East, distributing gold and demonstrating the continent's immense wealth. Salt, gold, and ivory fueled trade, while universities and libraries nurtured scholars whose works would resonate for centuries. In southern Africa, Great Zimbabwe emerged as a center of trade, culture, and architecture. Its stone enclosures and towers symbolize the ingenuity of African societies. Across the continent, medieval Africa was a place of innovation, education, and thriving civilizations often overlooked in global history. The 15th century brought European traders to Africa, seeking gold, spices, and ultimately human lives. Millions of Africans were captured and transported across the Atlantic in the brutal Transatlantic Slave Trade. This trade devastated societies, depopulated regions, and imposed unimaginable suffering. Yet African culture persisted in music, storytelling, religion, and traditions that survived the Middle Passage and flourished across the Americas. Resistance was a constant theme. From rebellions aboard ships to uprisings in colonies, Africans fought to maintain their dignity, heritage, and freedom. The legacy of this period is both tragic and powerful, shaping societies across the globe. By the late 19th century, European powers divided Africa during the scramble for Africa. Borders were drawn with little consideration for ethnic, cultural, or linguistic realities. Colonial rule brought infrastructure, education, and technology, but also exploitation, forced labor, and cultural suppression. Resistance leaders emerged: Menelik II in Ethiopia, Shaka Zulu in southern Africa, Samori Toure in West Africa, fighting to protect their lands and people. The colonial era transformed Africa economically, socially, and politically, setting the stage for struggles and triumphs that would define the 20th century. The mid-20th century marked a wave of independence. Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, and countless other nations shed colonial rule, striving to build stable governments and develop their economies. Leaders like Kwame Nkrumah, Julius Nyerere, and Patrice Lumumba envisioned strong, united African nations. Some countries thrived, while others faced coups, civil wars, and economic crises. Yet, progress was undeniable. Literacy rates improved, infrastructure expanded, and culture flourished. Today, Africa is a continent of innovation, culture, and resilience. Technology hubs in Nairobi and Lagos, renewable energy projects, and creative industries are transforming economies. African music, film, fashion, and art influence global culture. Politically, Africa engages in international diplomacy, contributing to global decision-making. From the streets of Johannesburg to the markets of Marrakesh, Africa's story continues to unfold. Africa's history is a testament to human endurance, creativity, and influence. From the first humans to modern nations, from kingdoms to urban metropolises, Africa has shaped the world in profound ways. As we look forward, Africa's story reminds us that history is not just about the past, it is a living legacy shaping generations to come. This is Africa, the continent of life, resilience, and unending possibility.